Alright, so I definitely need to explain myself before this one. Um, so, obviously, for the audition reel, I've been wanting to do various different things, and I thought about doing a tongue twister, and Peter Piper can pick a peck of pickled peppers, and she can sell seashells by the seashore. That one gets me all the time. But those are kind of hacky and overdone, and so I decided to write my own. And this is a product of I was watching a bunch of kids programming with my son, and I went into some fugue state and started writing this monstrosity that I'm holding in my hands. I haven't like rehearsed it or anything. I've given it a look over, and it is just absurd. So I apologize if this is a little bit hard to follow, but the story's not really the point behind this. Also, all of these prologues I normally do like in I normally do everything in one take. So I normally record the prologues in the take that I end up producing. This I'm going to do separately because this is going to take so many different takes, and we'll see how it goes. So, like I said, apologies if this is a little hard to follow, but I think the script kind of does a good job of explaining itself, but we will see. So, uh, buckle up. This is going to be a little intense. Take 17. Congratulations. You've been selected as Nksa's newest controller. We'll get into the perks, responsibilities, and imminent soul-crushing depression that come with your promotion. First, though, we need to address each arm of no knowledge. Nksa operates in three parts: info gathering, resource denial, and zoological assimilation. Let's begin with info gathering, as it's the most likely branch a new controller would come from. As put forth in our advertising campaign, the No Knowledge Spy Agency is the #1 most secure group of private investigators across our American globe. This is due to our unique method of training. Our agents undergo rigorous cybernetic and proprietal biotech implants that sever all sensory synapses and upload those synapses' outputs to the controllers instead of being sent to the brain as normal. This allows us to send thousands of agents, also known as no-nos, out at any given time. Even if they all went to one place, there would be no witness from our agency. Both no-nos that have served their full term and lived said that though they were conscious the whole time, it was like a hellish, unending, abyssal boredom. Half of all surveyed committed suicide upon release. The algorithm saw this spike in concerning behavior, and no-nos with less than a year left in their contract will suddenly get a deadly increase in cases to run, often forcing the controller to run them to exhaustion. This practice was mysteriously removed from the list of unapproved behaviors, the no-no-no-nos. Human agents are gathered from the homeless shelters and offered a life of luxury. This ensures that our no-nos remain unknown. Our agency isn't known for speed, as the no-nos go slow, but we are experimenting with no-nos high on blow, though this is ineffective on no-nosed no-nos. Semi-sentience can also be regained if injected into the bloodstream. Our trial on a resource denial agent once ended in a solo no-nosed no-no bimbo chugging SoCo out in the snow, wearing hose clothes like Flojo, J-Lo, or any common go-go at a glow show. This seems like a good time to get acquainted with the arm comprised of our no-nosed no-nos. Resource denial is the first of our two secret branches of our organization. So don't tell anyone. Our second controller had interesting routes of growth at his disposal, so he went with a very paramilitary route. Using a secret compound comprised mostly of TNT, He made satchel bombs called bimbos. Then he had no-nos stow big blows in sewers where flow was so-so. The stopped plumbing, overpressurized the pipes, and caused widespread well corruption, earning him a place in no-nos history. Dwelling in and upsetting sewer systems led the controller to remove the olfactory capacity altogether within the agents within this arm, giving our venerated special agents no-noses. No-nosed no-nos. The agency no-no list is shorter for no-nosed no-nos. They are issued licenses to kill and armed with silent ballistic weapons. Most no-nosed no-nos are trained with bows and bowie knives to throw. As controller, it's your job to ensure the no-nosed no-nos are never revealed to the world. If one would be spotted, use another agent to protect them. Their American globe is already aware of the no-nos, but the no-nosed no-nos have no notoriety. It is your duty to differentiate between a no-no and a no-nosed no-no, knowing fear, and making sure the nose goes and the no-nose is froze. Finally, we need to touch on our other secret ops arm, zoological assimilation. The previous controller had an obsession with flight. Hidden from our algorithm, she created an unknown number of assimilation centers, disguised as veterinary clinics. Upon receival of a proper potential no-no, a diseased clone will be sent back with the owner. Don't worry about them, as they are our American globe civilians. Toxoplasma isn't lethal, and you couldn't do anything to help it anyways. These assimilation centers are responsible for all of the bestial no-nos, the highest of our agents in rank, and uncontrolled by our algorithm. Viewing this as an attack, the algorithm cut the senses off from the controller and the bestial no-nos. From the no-nosed no-no crows dropping big blows, to no-no big-eyed does spying on the agriculture industry, no one knows where these no-nos go. Some bestial no-nos write music, like E.A. Poe, a no-no crow with so-so prose he shares with his no-no bros. The greatest of these no-nos is Bobo, who plays the oboe solo at a circus show. He's a bear. There are no known agency no-nos for the bestial no-nos, as nobody knows the difference, even if they are dissected. I did it! I did it! Woo! Yeah, it's an abrupt ending. Oh my god. Who can write why? Why did this enter my brain? Why did I spend the time to immortalize it, not only on paper, but for this? Alright, as I said in the prologue, I'm amazed if you followed this, and I'm happy I got it done. I don't know what demonic muse was whispering into my ear when I wrote it, but I got it all out. I'm way happier that I did this instead of, you know, whatever tongue twister is the most popular on Google or whatever. But no, I feel good about this. I think it's good. So yeah, thanks for listening.